Hey guys, this is a collective reading. This is what will happen in your next 72 hours. So if you feel called to this reading, then you may find that all of these messages resonate, or a few of them do. Feel free to let me know if you found this helpful down in the comment section, or leave a star emoji. So we will start with your tarot cards and then we will move on to your charms. So this is what will happen over your next 72 hours. So this is a collective reading, not a pick a card. So first off, what will happen over your next 72 hours? So we have the Page of Cups. So actually I read the Page of Cups with the Five of Cups together. I feel like someone needs to apologise, or either you're going to be given an apology, but I don't sense that, or you're going to be receiving some sort of an apology, because with the Page of Cups here, it just reminds me of someone that maybe acted immature over, maybe they made a backhanded comment, or maybe they are just younger in maturity or their perspective, and they can't see things how you do. And I feel like this Page of Cups person, they could be a water sign, they don't have to be. They could also be someone that drinks sometimes because they're holding a martini in their hand. The person might also like swimming, but it doesn't have to be, those parts don't have to apply. So with the Page of Cups, it just makes me feel like someone's coming in to offer some sort of an apology. And then again here you have the Five of Cups, and it's there's glasses there again. So the person that's coming forward to apologise to you might be someone that drinks, or they might be someone that acts a bit of a twat when they've had a drink, and they're coming forward to apologise to you. Now this could be someone that you had a falling out with over the last 6 months or 6 years. I'm not picking up on whether it's related to like family, friend or love. It's just someone that has harmed you in some respect via their words, and they're coming forward because they feel guilty. And I'm hearing karmic retribution. So it's like the universe keeps sending them signs of, you need to go forward and apologise to this person, because whoever this person is, it's like they slighted you, they backstabbed you in a way, even if it was just like to your face with words, maybe when they were drunk, or they'd been under the influence of something, or their perception of reality was just distorted in some respect. Yeah, and whoever this person is that's coming through to apologise, it's like they've been grieving the loss of you, because the Five of Cups is all about crying over what you no longer have, and crying over spilt milk. And there's typically, 3 cups are usually spilt, and then 2 still remain. So it's like seeing what's fallen, but also looking around to seeing what still remains, what is still, present within your life. But I feel like you're the cup that fell away. This person lost you because of their own goddamn self, because of their own selfishness, basically, is what I'm picking up. And it's just part of their karma that they have to learn to be a bit of a better person, and to think before they speak, really. Like I say, I very much think whoever clicked on this reading, this is an apology coming to you. But if you see yourself in this role, and you might have maybe said something in a not very good way to someone, then this could be you giving this apology. But like I said, I think it's very much you're going to be receiving the apology from this person. So what else will happen in your next 72 hours? We have the 8 of Pentacles. I'm not quite sure what he's looking at, but it reminds me of like film tape from back in the days. I don't know what it's called. And so you might be having nostalgic memories come back to do with the past, or some of you might just be going to watch the movies, going to the movies, sorry. But if you see here, like the guy, he's got one eye open and one eye closed. He's squinting to see something. So in the next 72 hours, you're going to be taking a different look at something. For some of you, you could be looking back on old pictures, going through old memories in your head, or going to watch a film, or maybe you come across a film that you used to watch with someone. But also the Eight of Pentacles is all about putting in the hard work and doing your due diligence, and, you know, crossing your I's, dotting the T's, doing the paperwork, doing your tax returns, doing all that kind of side of, you know, business legalities, the financial side. So for some of you, could just be working quite hard this next 72 hours. And then here we have the Chariot, with someone that's getting out of the car and going on the red carpet. So if we look at the symbolism, it's a woman that it looks like Marilyn Monroe at the BAFTAs, Film Awards, whatever it was called back in them days, or it might have been the same thing. She's receiving the recognition that she deserves. So for some of you, in these next 72 hours, you're receiving some sort of red carpet thing, like recognition, success, victory with some aspect of your life. Again, it could very much be to do with the person coming back to apologise. You're receiving recognition that you wasn't at fault, and this person's perception was warped at the time via other factors that weren't really to do with you. Or you could be receiving recognition to do with your craft, your work, some sort of talent. It could be you recognising something within yourself that makes you proud, maybe how far you've come. But yeah, so the Chariot usually depicts, also with the car here, some of you could be travelling within the next 72 hours. Excuse me, so I don't think it's abroad, but I think you might get on a bus, or you might drive somewhere and just go on like a little adventure, or just go to somewhere new. You could go to a new restaurant. But yeah, so the Chariot usually depicts like a chariot, a car, and two horses, and the two horses are like, one's white, one's black, so it denotes like yin and yang and having to balance in that out within your life and within yourself. Or they veer off in two different directions and the cart will crash. So this isn't a cart here, it's a car. So I feel like in the next 72 hours, you're actually in a lot more stable position than you have been before within your mind, body and spirit. You're feeling a lot more stable. And if you hadn't been feeling very stable mentally, over the next 72 hours, you're going to be feeling a lot more better. You could be sleeping a bit more, like getting a few more hours in, drinking more, waking up and having, you know, lemon and ginger tea, or green tea, and maybe you're going to be eating healthier, more greens, taking your vitamins, probiotics, and just feeling a lot more better from doing that. But there's definitely some sort of recognition here, but like I said, it could be recognition from others or recognition within your own self. And then here we have the Five of Swords. So again, it's a film set. It kind of reminds me of like some sort of film set. So actually there's something here to do with film. So she's at a premiere for a film. He's looking at whatever that is to do with the film. I can't remember what they're called. He looks like he's just won an award, and then that looks like a film set. So there's something here to do with film, or some of you could be majoring in like film stuff, or doing your A-levels, college, uni, whatever. Or you could want to go into film or directing or acting. You could be quite a bold character. You could be quite caricature. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but you're quite animated as a person, I think. You could watch something really important over the next 72 hours. It could be, it's a film or it's a play. Either if you go see live theatre or a film, there's something going to be important about a film over the next 72 hours, something really important to you in your life, and it's going to be really specific. But movies are really important over the next 72 hours. And I feel like something you're going to resonate with over the next 72 hours within a film. It could be a character. It's going to help you to understand yourself a little bit better. Okay, so also with the Five of Swords, so we have mountains here, and you have people walking away and one person picking up all the swords. And it's funny because they're all blacked out. So I'm actually picking up that negativity is leaving your life. So any kind of low vibrational energy, people, situations are leaving your life, and you're having boundaries, and you're just saying no, and you're not overextending yourself, and you're realizing like how much you can give to others, whereas in the past I think you probably just overgave, like, and you depleted yourself. And again, for some of you, maybe you were the one that partook in drinking, or I don't know, overeating, or binge watching Netflix, something like that, and you're walking away from that, and you're gaining the recognition within yourself or from others that you've done a really good job to move on from these toxic, chaotic situations. And also, it doesn't necessarily have to do with another person. I mean, this part here definitely is to do with another person, but I feel like you might have just like identified certain toxic behaviors within yourself, and you know, maybe you found some sort of herbal supplement that helped you with it, or meditation, or exercise, or speaking to a therapist, or you know, doing inner child work, doing shadow work, working on self-love. Maybe you just identified, right, I have an issue here, and this is the issue, and I feel stuck because of whatever this issue is. I need to seek help, or outside help, or look for ways to help myself. And I feel like you've done that. For some of you, you're just starting that journey over the next 72 hours, but for others of you, you're already on that journey, and you're walking away from the darkness, you're walking away from the toxic people, the toxic habits, and you're winning. You're gonna start to win because you're making the right decisions for yourself. Yeah. Also, I just want to pick up this card. So, is that what is that? Is that something to do with a film set? It's got to be, hasn't it? But I don't really understand what it is. Is it like lighting? Oh, my cat's just come on the table. Right, I'm not sure what that is. So, Ocean. That's my cat's name. She's called Ocean. For some of you might find black cats are attracted to you at the moment, and black cats are very good at protecting your energy and protecting your home. So yeah, anyway, so again with the Chariot as well, I'm sensing that you're taking hold of a situation and you're moving forward with it. You're taking the reins of your life and you're moving forward, particularly with your mental health. So again, right, so with the Hierophant, again, the Hierophant can stand for a teacher or a counselor or a therapist or a doctor. If you had some psychological issues, you're seeking out help in those ways, and that's what the Hierophant can mean. For some of you, could just be, you know, going to the doctors for, you know, a checkup, or dentist and stuff like that. Here a little bit looks like Sean Connery. You might watch something with Sean Connery, and that, I think that will depend on your age. If you're older, you'll probably like, is he Sean Connery in like the James Bond movie? Wasn't he the first James Bond or something? There might be something in that for some of you, that movie, or Sean Connery movies. But he's, what is that? The number 3 could be significant. Okay, so it looks like an award, but it's got 3 gold birds on it, and that's such a weird picture. I don't really know what kind of bird that is, and they look weird. But it's making me think of Medusa, and there's something in mythology with 3 heads, but I can't think what it is, but I think it was something negative, and essentially it's like you're defeating those 3 heads and winning. It's like some sort of symbology. I can't remember what it's called, but also so with Medusa, so she could turn people to stone, right, if they looked at the snakes on her head. But also, so I feel like over the next 72 hours, you might want to look into the mythology on Medusa, because actually she got such a bad rap that she was this evil enchantress and would turn people to stone. But actually, people like make blanket statements about her. She was bad, she was evil, she was this, da da da. What if she wasn't? What made her that way? You know, was she born with snakes on her head? Did she always turn men or people to stone? You know, did she get her heart broken, and is that why she turned a particular way as a way to cope and deal, and then the snakes were formed as a way of protecting herself to the world that had been so cruel to her? Do you know what I mean? I think there's something here to do with understanding psychology about yourself and about other people, and I think you need to look into the story of Medusa, but don't just look at one story. Look at the mythology behind her, the good and the bad, and then work out what resonates for you to do with that character, because there's something here to do with like the psychology of Medusa and the archetypes and the roles we play within ourselves and the identities we form and then portray out to the world, and also the identity that we have within ourselves and our shadow and stuff like that. But there's something definitely there with that. For some of you, side message, you might buy a trench coat, or be wearing a suit, or someone might be getting married, because I keep seeing suits. Yeah, so the Hierophant can also stand for learning some sort of higher level teaching, or being guided to study, learn, get a degree. I think the Hierophant over the next 72 hours is actually based in psychology. I think there's something here to do with psychology and understanding the psychology and nature of things. Again, I would say look into Medusa and read up on stories of her, good and bad. Yeah, weirdly enough, that could also link in with this person, or it could be you. Whoever comes forward to apologise in the next 72 hours, if this person was the person that was the perpetrator to you, the toxic one to you, the nasty one to you, it's not horrible badness. I think they just said something out of turn or a bit shitty. Look at what's not being shown, right? What was the person going through at the time? No, that doesn't excuse bad behaviour. No, that doesn't excuse someone talking down to you or belittling you. That's fucked up. Don't put up with that. However, sometimes, you know, depending on who this person is, sometimes we can let people off and put a boundary in place and say, if you ever talk to me like that again, if you ever do that again, you're out, right? And then you watch their actions and their behaviour, and you see if they've made them changes. And also see if actually this person is even right to be back in your life, because, you know, sometimes people aren't. Again, but also this could be you. If you are the one apologising, then you need to look at your own self and your own values and why you do things and why you might have acted in a certain way or behaviour towards someone. Look at your own psychology to do with it and the situation, and try look at it from like a higher perspective. Right, I'm going to pull some charms now. What will happen in the next 72 hours for the collective? Oh, that's quite a lot. Okay, so we have the angel wing, so you are protected. You might feel drawn to angel number 444. We have the moon, so we are having an eclipse, I think, on the 29th, so that could be really significant for you guys. The moon can also be about your subconscious and the workings of the shadow self. Then some of you might go out to sea or be looking at boats. That's like a message for one person. But this to me is like the karmic wheel of fate turning, shifting. So karma's coming up significantly in the next 72 hours. Then we have the leaf. So we in the UK have just changed season. We are now in spring. So depending on where you are, you might be changing season. And with the changing seasons brings about the change within your life. Then we have the bike. So some of you might be called to do some more fitness. You might be going out on a bike. Bike could be significant, or it could just indicate like moving along and travel. And then we have the owl. You could look up the spiritual meaning of the owl. Owl could also be your spirit animal. Do you have any other animals here? No. Yeah, so owl could be your spiritual animal, spiritual totem, power animal. So the owl is all about wisdom and seeing the unseen and psychic knowledge and intuition. So for some of you, if you are naturally more empathetic, open, psychic, you might notice that your gifts get heightened over the next couple of days. I'm just going to pull a few more charms. Okay, so we have the, is that okay, so you might meditate, or you might find something out via meditation. You can meditate in many different ways. You can do a guided meditation if you can't quiet your mind. You could do a walking meditation. You could just be practicing mindfulness or looking into Buddhism. Again, that can be with the Hierophant, higher level of teaching. It also reminds me of like chanting. As a way to cleanse your energy, you can do chanting. There is a chant on my channel. Oh my god, what is it called? 𝑻𝒉𝒂𝒏𝒌. It's that, yeah, that. If you just, I was going to say type that in. If you just type in chanting or look to the singing section of my YouTube channel, that will come up, and then you can just literally play that. And either you can learn to do it yourself as a cleansing ritual, and you know, when you feel your energy bogged down, you just say that chant or just play that video. Then we have, so the dice has like, so the dice has like 2 little dots on it. So the number 2 could be significant, and the number yellow could also be significant. And also rolling the dice. So, I actually just rolled it and I didn't mean to. So that's the number 6. 6 could be significant. Yeah, so rolling the dice. I don't know where I'm going with that. Rolling the dice. Like, I don't know. My mind's gone blank on that. Rolling the dice. I don't know. Rolling the dice to see what comes out. So seeing how things play out in the next 72 hours. Oh, you have the leaf again. Don't let things eat away at you is what I'm picking up from this leaf. And spend a little bit more time in nature. Any more? Right, there we go. This will be the last lot. So you have the yin and yang symbol. Oh, that's such a synchronicity because I spoke about that earlier. So yin and yang. So you might be working on healing your masculine and feminine energy, bringing it back into balance, or working on like mind-body coherence over the next 72 hours. Or for some of you might be doing yin yoga. And you might find that really beneficial, or you might want to start doing some like Tai Chi, Qigong, something like that. Then we have dog with a bone. There's no dog. Oh, we have heart with a dog paw. Someone's dog could be really significant. You could have a dog, or this person here could have a dog, or you could just see loads of dogs. Like I'm picking up dog with a bone. Someone's got a bone to pick. Oh, okay, right, that person had a bone to pick with you in the past. Over something that they wasn't necessarily sharing with you. So it might have been some sort of subconscious thing they had going on, and they projected that onto you. I've just seen 444. But yeah, and then we have also with the heart, this is something you love or someone you love. Again, like I say, it could be a pet I'm strongly seeing pet. Colour blue could be significant. That could be someone's favourite colour. And then we have the little stone, which is orange. So interesting. So we've got yellow, orange, blue. So they might be your power colours over the next 72 hours. So orange is your sacral chakra. And that is to do with like harnessing your creativity and your power and your self-worth, which also links in with your solar plexus. So and your solar plexus is like, for instance, if you're an empath, you might get stomach issues if you don't cleanse out your energy, because you're absorbing other people's energy and you're like a sucking sponge, and then your solar plexus then gets clogged up and you get stomach pain. Some of you could suffer with like IBS, IBD, like other things relating to the stomach. So that's where chanting or meditation or going out into nature or doing yoga, doing Tai Chi can really help you to cleanse that energy away from you and release it. And then the blue colour is your throat chakra, so being able to communicate efficiently and openly. And also, because of the heart, being able to communicate from a heart-centered place. I think it's funny, I need to bring it back to this person again, or it could be you, take it how it applies. They're not a bad person. Whoever it is, they're not a bad person. If this is someone that said something that wasn't very nice to you, and this is someone that they are blunt. They are blunt, and they could have been under the influence, or they were just going through something and projecting that shit onto you. Whoever this person is, whatever their words were, they're not, unless they were continually like abusive, that's a different situation. Cut that out of your life. But this person isn't a bad person. They were just misguided at the time. I'm really not seeing things clearly. So it's up to you what you do when this person comes forward. Like I said, it will be, if this part of the message resonates for you, it's going to be within the next 3 days. It will be within the next 72 hours. This person comes forward. It's up to you whether you want to forgive them and let them back in. Like I said, if you do that, make sure you create boundaries. Know where you stand, know where they stand, and you know, state what your boundaries are. Like, do not ever speak to me like that again, or fuck off, basically. Don't say it like that, you know, say it in a more tactile way. But again, everyone's situation is different. You could choose like, no, I don't need to reply back to you, and then you block them, or you know, whatever you choose to do. I'm not necessarily sensing that here. I think you might end up reconciling with this person, because like I say, I don't think they're a bad person. I just think they were going through something, and again, that can help you to understand a little bit of psychology and the psychology of Medusa, and why she turned into the person that she whatever, she weren't a person, but turned into the monster, I guess, that she became. What led her to that? But yeah, obviously, so for the next 72 hours, please use your discernment, and at the end of the day, you need to do what you feel is right for yourself and your life. And if something is for you, it will always be for you, and if it's not, it will drop away. And that relates to everything within your life. Don't be hard on yourself. You've done a really good job with getting this far, and things are coming into balance within your mind, body and spirit. And yeah, so last message, movies are really important over the next 72 hours. So really be mindful of what movies you feel like cool to watch, because there's definitely something really important there. But yeah, anyway guys, this is meant to be a short reading. But yeah, so this is your reading over your next 72 hours. This is a collective message. If you'd like a personal reading with me, feel free to contact me via my email or my Etsy shop. I have readings up on there and Reiki healing. If you would like a reading that I don't currently offer on my Etsy shop, just feel free to email me and I'll see what I can do. It depends what you're looking for. But if not, I'd really be honoured if you could like, share and comment, as it really does help out my channel, and I'd be so grateful for that. So yeah, and I just wanted to put this, I just felt called to do this reading, and I had the energy. Like I say, I will still be posting on my channel. I'm just not going to be doing it as frequently because I have other projects I'm in the middle of creating and going to be launching this year. 2 things to be exact. So it's taking up a lot of my time and energy. However, when I have the free time and energy to do readings like this on my channel, you know, whether it be picker cards, collectives, singing, whatever, child stuff, mum stuff, then I will. So yeah, and also if you would ever like a specific reading on the channel, you can request that. You can email me and request like, oh, I'd like to see this on your channel or something like that, or comment it down below. Anyway guys, I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. Drink some water, get some sleep, and have a really good 72 hours, and be open to surprises that may come your way.